this kind of activity, I want us to think about words. The power in words. I think, growing up in Jamaica, we had this thing that we used to say that words are wind. I'm sure some of you have heard it. Words are wind, a blow is unkind, which means you can hurt me with your words. That is actually not true. The older we get, we realize words have meaning, words can impact. So I want you to look at these words for a minute. As you see these words, thinking about our students, thinking about power and privilege. So you see urban, you see inner city, you see disadvantage, you see at risk, you see racialized, you see minority. What visual do you have in your head as you think about those words? Right? What visual do you have in your head? Right? Who are the characters in your head? Just keep looking at the words, right? Next question. What do they look like? So who are the characters? What do they look like? Where are they from? Right? What do they do? What kind of work do they have? What do they eat? Where do they go? Where do they live? And the last question I want to ask is, how did you get to these images? Think about it for a minute. Because the truth is, every single one of us, we created an image for every single word. Our unconscious bias works like that. Our brain has thousands. Right now, some of you don't even realize it. Thousands of images are going through your mind. Tons of images. And you're just kind of grabbing and selecting one. So when you see the word immigrant, the first word that comes to your mind, you see the word immigrant, you grab a picture. For some of you, immigrant may be coming off a plane with the best Gucci or Prada suitcase. For somebody, immigrant means somebody in a ship crying, take me in, take me in. For some of you, immigrant means some child's lying on the floor in America sleeping. Some for you, immigrant may mean a ship, a plane, but you all have images, right? Next slide. So if you think of these words: white, over advantage, privilege, access, power, position, dominant, standard, mainstream. What are those images? What are those images again in your head? Where are they from? What visual? Who are the characters in these words? Right? What kind of power? What kind of access do they have? What do they do? What do they look like? What do they wear to work? Which school do they attend? Where do they work? What position do they have in the company? Where are they from? What are they eating? Which restaurant are they going? Because as we see those words, images come to our mind. Here comes my question for you as we get into discussing power, privilege, and words. Here's my big question for you. The next slide. As an educator, what are the implications for you and your own practice and pedagogy? You don't have to share with me. Think of all the words that we just discussed and all the images that went through your mind. I remember every time you hear the word 9/11, I saw one image. I'll be honest with you, I don't see that image anymore. I have unlearned about my unconscious bias and unpacking it and uncovering it. I've changed images. I have different images. They're bad images, and I accept them because 9/11 happened. But the image that was forced upon me by the media, I have changed that. But the image of what is beautiful, if I say to you, beautiful, you have an image immediately. And most of our image, when I say beautiful girl, most of your image rush to something else. It don't rush to that Muslim girl with the hijab on the magazine cover, because you're not used to her being on the magazine cover. So you don't rush to that. You rush to somebody else. How do you understand the impact of racially coded language?